What? While we're recording. What's up, guys? It's Nacho here, and welcome to the football mid-season roundup. So I'm going to tell you what has been going on in the football season so far in the Premier League, Bundesliga, Liga 1 and Serie A, and I'll do a bit of Portuguese and a bit of Dutch football for you guys as well. So let's start off the best league, the biggest league, the richest league, unless you're China. Well, this Premier League season has been pretty much back to its normal self after Leicester won the title last season. Chelsea somehow, some way thought Mourinho was a terrible manager. The players didn't like him. They brought in Antonio Conte. They've won 13 games in the spin and somehow lost to Tottenham, who Tottenham did very well in that game. And they're still top of the league. And the Chelsea team this time last season weren't even in the top half. So yeah, Chelsea topped the league. Then we got Tottenham nipping at their heels after their win against them. Not just that, you've got Liverpool as well. You've got Manchester City, who are falling like a tree at the minute, but they're always contenders. You've also got the Arsenal and United. That's pretty much, those six are pretty much the season. Those six have been by far and by the way way ahead, streets ahead of your team in the Premier League. Everton are pretty much best of the rest. They're having a really good season under Ronald Koeman. He's starting to bring in some young players into the Everton team, which I think a lot of Everton fans really like that. So I turning pretty much back to its normal. And you got the rest of the teams, likes of West Brom, are having a decent season this year. They've brought in some good players in the summer. Stoke City, always top half team. Stoke. Mark Hughes is doing a marvellous job at Stoke. I don't think he gets the credit he deserves since they changed their style of football. And my team of the season and my manager of the season has to go to Sean Dyche. What he's doing at Burnley is unreal. They're 10th. They're in the top half of the Premier League. They're 10th. How has that happened? Unreal. That's astonishing. And this goes to show any foreign owner out there, if you get relegated from the Premier League, keep your manager. Look at Burnley. They kept Sean Dyche. They're relegated, got promoted, and look where they are. That tells you if you have a very good manager and a very, very good team, you could do something. And Burnley right now are showing, 1 point away from home, but all their points have all come at home. They are the third. If the Premier League was all down to home form, they would be in the Champions League places right now. They've been third in the league. Unbelievable what Burnley are doing. Sean Dyche has been my manager this season. I know I was going to say Antonio Conte or some of the big six, including Everton, doesn't matter. But I'm going with Sean Dyche. He's been unreal, unbelievable. So what Burnley are doing is incredible. Will it stay? I don't think it will. Will they stay up? Yes, they will. I say at the start of the season that they'll stay up because I like their team and I like Sean Dyche as a manager, and I've been right so far. And so that's pretty much the top half of the table. We're now going to the bottom half of the table where no one really wants to be and no one wants to look at all. Especially the Sunderland supporters must hate. They must hate being a relegation battle. Yeah. I told you karma will come and bite you in the ass, and I was damn right. Sunderland, you're getting what you deserve. This is how much you relegate Newcastle. Yeah. Anyway, we go from pretty much 20th to 11th. Starting off with Swansea. Swansea City are single-handedly the worst defensive team in the Premier League right now. Their team is a shock. It is an absolute shambles. They concede in 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s. You can't do that. How can you concede, let's say, 3 goals a game? And I know Sigurdsson, I rate him highly, but that guy can't score 4 goals in a game. Even Llorente, or I don't even rate, Llorente is a decent striker. He's an okay striker. He can't score that. You have to give your attackers a chance. You have to give the team a chance. And then they sacked, 2 managers this season in Guidolin and Bob the Builder, I call him, Bob Bradley. I just think, they've made the biggest F up when they got rid of Gary Monk. He's now doing miracles at Leeds. Leeds are third in the league. Will they get Premier League, I think they will. I think they make the playoff. I think they'll probably win the playoffs because I think my club and Brighton will finish above them. But this goes to show why they get rid of Gary Monk. I don't know. You have to ask the. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Swansea, but I get a lot of Swansea fans telling me Gary Monk shouldn't get sacked. I agree, and look where they are now. And it's not just that, they've sold their main assets, like John Drew Shelby, who's been outstanding for Newcastle. They've sold Ashley Williams, their leader, their captain. They've sold Michel Vorm. They have sold their 2 strikers. I think, we sold one of their main strikers, which is Ayew. The other one is Gomes. He's now off Marseille. That's a Spain. They got rid of Spain. There's only one player left that I can say good is Sigurdsson. But he'll be sold either in January or in the summer. But anyway, that's what I think of Swansea. I think they're going to be relegated. I think they are. I think they're doomed. I don't know. You sack 2 managers in less than 6 months, you're pretty much no chance of staying up. When I come on to the club I hate more than life is Sunderland. They still, I don't know what this team. This team, single-handedly, is the worst Premier League team of all Premier League teams to ever be in the Premier League. They always be fighting for relegation. They stay up every season. Do you want to know why they stay up? Because they do this. Sack a manager, win the derby, win the derby, win the derby, win the derby, win the derby. But here's the thing. Newcastle aren't in the Premier League, so you ain't getting 6 points off us. So where are you going to get 6 points? I tell you, you're going to get 6 points. Nowhere. You're going down. Your team's a disgrace. Your team should never. It's a shame. All the Championship teams, in the League 1, League 2 teams, even the non-league teams, deserve to be in the Premier League. Unlike that club, it's a pathetic waste of space. As a Newcastle fan, I'm actually disgraced to watch that. I don't even watch any Sunderland games because I think it's appalling that club's in the league. Maybe I'm just being a biased Newcastle fan because they relegate us. Maybe, but that's just my point of view. Anyway, I think are they going to stay up? I'm not even going to discuss are they going to stay up because they're literally ridiculous. Anyway, as for Hull City, they have a chance to stay up. I like defensively, not a problem. Even though they got rid of Mike Phelan, they should have got rid of Mike Phelan in the first place. But they have a chance. They have a massive chance of staying up. If they keep Snodgrass, definitely, because he's been by far Hull's best player, bad countryman. And yeah, I think out of those teams, I think they have a chance. Now we move on to Palace. What has happened to Crystal Palace? I tell you what's happened to Crystal Palace. They've been purged. Why are they been purged? Well, let's just say every Newcastle fan have said this since day one, since Alan Pardew got the job. Everybody said, Alan Pardew, is he a very good manager? No. Is he even a decent manager? He's indecent. He's a decent manager. He's decent. But he's not even good enough. He took Palace to FA Cup final, did a stupid little dance, and pretty honest, his dance pretty much got them. Didn't last long, did it? Because Jesse Lingard scored a worldie and won the FA Cup under Louis van Gaal's last game in charge for Man United. Anyway, they have the worst. They have single-handedly the worst 2016 ever, even worse than me. Because they've only, I don't know how many games they've won, must have 4 to 6 games they've won. And their points is rock bottom of all the divisions in England, including non-league. It just sums up Palace right now. And let's see where Alan Pardew, they should have rid of him started last season. They should have rid of him at the start of the season. But they bought out Sam Allardyce. Yes. Will they keep Palace up? Yes. I'm pretty sure Crystal Palace will stay up because Sam Allardyce knows how to keep a team in the Premier League. But there's major problems with Palace. I mean, there's a lot of players in that team need to be sold. There's a lot of players in that team not even good enough. They're not even big Sam's players, and that's my opinion really. So yeah, will they stay up? Yes. They are I wouldn't say they're a relegation team, Palace, but they're pretty much 12th to 14th. That's where I see them as a team. Then we move on to Middlesbrough. Well, Middlesbrough have had a really pretty much where they are is where I think they should be in the league. They are not a relegation team. They don't see a lot of goals, don't score a lot of goals, but they get a lot of draws, and draws means you stay in the division. That's pretty much where I think Middlesbrough will finish. I think Middlesbrough will finish 14th, 15th. That's where I think they'll finish. I don't think they'll finish higher or any lower than that. But yeah, Andrew Tarank is a good manager. They got some decent players in Negredo, Gaston Ramirez, and Gibson, who I think is a very good centre back, very good defender. They got some good players. They're a decent team. They're not going to be really good. Champions now. Where do I start with Leicester City? Leicester City have single-handedly been the worst team ever to defend their title. With they're 15th. 15th! Even Chelsea last season, this season, I think they were freaking 11th. How does that happen? Okay, they sold one good player, that was Kanté. But that's it, that's the only one they sold. They kept Mahrez, they kept Vardy, Kasper Schmeichel, they kept the majority of the defenders. Why can you... I know it's they're playing Champions League football, that's understandable. And Mahrez and Samaris have to have a combination, but how can you go from title winners to relegation fighters in the space of half a year? It's unreal. Do I think Leicester will get relegated? No, there's no way that team's getting relegated. But they made you right now. Next season, they could be fighting for relegation because Mahrez, Vardy, I think might be sold. Definitely Mahrez, I think, will be sold. I think next season they'll be in a relegation battle. Not this season. I think there's four worst teams in this league. Watford. Speaking of the 4 worst teams, they're the 4th worst team in this division. Watford right now are the start of the season. Everything was hunky dory with Walter Massari. He came in. Troy Deeney got his 100th goal for Watford. Since then, it's not been good since. A lot of you could say a lot of injuries, but there's a lot of players not playing well. Troy Deeney, has he been where he's been last season? I don't think he's still Watford's main man. Igardo, I don't know what's happened to him. Maybe he didn't get his big move he wanted to get this summer. And there's a lot of... will Watford go down this season? Maybe. If they stay up this season, they'll definitely go down next season. But except in the end, Watford, I think if Hull put on a good run, I think they could go down. But it's all down to the 3 teams in the bottom 3 to see. But as it stands right now, they're in relegation by Watford. Southampton this season have been pretty much where everybody thought they'd be. They sold all their best players. What do you do when you sell your best players? I know you could say there's been one outstanding player for Southampton this season, and he's a player I rate highly. He can walk into he can walk into Barcelona, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich's defence, and that's Van Dijk. I think he's been outstanding. He's the single soaring light to come out of Southampton this season. Brian Burge had a good season, but that's about it. Nathan Redmond, when he was at Norwich, he wasn't pulling up trees. He was just, Nathan Redmond. But look, my opinion on Southampton is Southampton are always a buy and sell club. They sell their best players and they bring in some good players, and they have a fantastic youth. They have one of the best, if not the best, youth academies in the Premier League for bringing in players, for developing them. But Southampton are, they're going to finish top half, maybe bottom-ish, but they're where they are is where I think they will not. I don't think they'll finish 13th. I think they'll finish 10th, 9th, 8th, run there pretty much. They're just going for a bad run. So yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. Now we're going to West Ham. Now West Ham has been a big story this week because of the whole Payet situation, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about Andy Carroll's wonder goal. I didn't even know he had that in him. How the hell did he score that? That is #Techers. What a finish that is. I actually can't believe he scored that. That was literally... I've never seen him do that for Newcastle, ever. Please put in the comments down below if you've ever seen Andy Carroll score a better goal than that in his life. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. West Ham were phenomenal in that game against Palace, but this season they've been pretty poor. I mean, they were knocked out in the Europa League qualifiers yet again to some team I don't even know where they're from, pretty much from no man's land. And you know, the whole Payet situation, and you had so many injuries to be key players. They had a terrible start to the season. I mean, apart from Antonio, who I rate highly, and probably Lanzini, that's about it. I mean, and Andy Carroll, but he's only come back into the team. But their signings this season from West Ham are not even close to good. They're rubbish, all of them. Okay, I think that's a bit disrespectful on Ayew. Ayew's been injured from the game against Chelsea. He's trying to get match fitness. I think he's still be a good signing for West Ham. But the rest are not even close to good. I mean, Arbeloa is literally one of the worst defenders. He's single-handedly an awful fullback. He makes Dare Janmaat look decent. Literally. I mean, Anita is a better fullback than Arbeloa. Okay, maybe I'm being too negative on the guy, but you know what I mean. But going back to West Ham, I found they're not going to have. I mean, if they get top half, I think that's a decent season from them. But Slaven Bilic will know there's a lot of big things he needs to do next summer. This Payet situation is massive. They need to sort that out. If he sells, sell him. Just get rid of him, because that needs to be sorted for me now. That's pretty much all the same. West Ham. And the last team to talk about in the Premier League is Bournemouth. I said at the start of the season this team finished 10th, they're 11th. People were saying, are you shocked? No, I'm not. I rate Eddie Howe as a manager. When they saw Matt Ritchie, I thought, okay, because he was definitely a player last season. But turned out to be, doesn't even need him. They're still good. They brought in Jack Wilshere, incredible. I mean, Jack Wilshere is technically one of the. He's technically could still play for Arsenal, but for me, if I was Jack Wilshere, I would sign for Bournemouth or sign for another club that isn't Arsenal. I think he's finished with Arsenal. I think don't go back to Arsenal. Jack Wilshere, you worked for this. Don't go back to Arsenal. You're playing some amazing football at Bournemouth. Bournemouth fans love you. Stay where you are, or if you want to go to another foreign club, that's understandable. But I think he's finished with Arsenal. So guys, that's the Premier League mid-season review. Let's go on to the Bundesliga. Where it's Bayern Munich dominating again. But not the way you think. Because Bayern Munich, yes, they're top of the Bundesliga and there's a winter break at the minute, so I can't really talk about their fixtures because it's a winter break. But they're top of the league. But you think, what? Normal service has been resumed. No, it hasn't. Because there's been a team this season who's only been promoted, and there's a whole major whatever you want to talk about, Leipzig, but they're second. They're second in the Bundesliga. They're only, I don't know, I think they're 3 some points behind Bayern at this stage of the season. That is astonishing. Will they get Champions League? Yes, they will. Will they win the league? I think Bayern will win it now. Even though I said Dortmund will win in the start of the season, but Dortmund are going through something, injuries or whatever it is. But Bayern Munich or Leipzig look an incredible team. They brought some really good players. They've got a very young, pacey team. And if you have a young, pacey team in the Bundesliga, you're doing well. So yeah, I mean, Red Bull Leipzig's been the biggest talking in the Bundesliga this season. But yeah, that's pretty, yeah. Hertha Berlin, last season I thought there was a blip. I thought, they won't be fighting for the Champions League places next season. However, I was, because they are. Samuel Klug keeps banging in the goals, and yeah, Could they finish in the top 4? They could. Frankfurt, another team that's come out of nowhere. They're top 4 right now. Will they finish 4th? No. Will they get a European spot? Indeed they will. And Hoffenheim, who still haven't lost a game this season, and I think they're the only team in Europe to not lose a game this season. That's amazing. for Hoffenheim, who last season was fighting for relegation. They have a really good young manager who is like Eddie Howe of the Bundesliga. You know, they're a fantastic team, Hoffenheim. They've got some really good players. One of their big players is now, I think the semi-finals went to Bayern Munich. Is now, I think that's pretty much a done deal now. So they look a good team. Going to Dortmund. Now Borussia Dortmund this season have been very poor. For whatever reason it's been, they have really been not at it this season. Aubameyang's still a top goal scorer in the Bundesliga, but you can't rely on Aubameyang to score you the goals. You need Marco Reus, you need Goetze. What's happened to Goetze? I mean, ever since he signed for Dortmund, he's been terrible. Dembele looks a player, it really does, but he's been 18. You can't rely on an 18-year-old and Aubameyang to score you goals. You need more players than that. I also think defensively they have a problem. Since they sold Matt Hummels, they brought in Bartra and he hasn't really done it for whatever reason. They need to go and get another defender. Dortmund next season, if they any chance of winning title right now, their main aim is trying to get in the top 4. Is trying to get in that top 4 Dortmund. They can. They won't fight for the title. I think it's a straight fight between Leipzig and Bayern, but they could get second half. Cologne have been a little team which people thought were going to be relegated. They've done really well this season. 7, that's pretty decent from the team. Freiburg, the promoted team, are 8th. They've really done well as well. Leverkusen have been disappointing, very disappointing. There's a lot of speculation that the manager will get the sack. They should have. I mean, this is a very good Leverkusen team that should be fighting in the top 4. They've got Hernandez. They've got Charanoglu. So many good players. Why is this team 9th? 9th. It sums up the Bundesliga this season. So many big clubs, apart from Bayern, have really underperformed. Mainz, decent to say. They're always a top half team. Schalke, disappointing season yet again. Augsburg, pretty much where you think they should be. Wolfsburg have been horrible. They've sold their best player in Draxler. They are whatever. I don't know what's going to happen to them because of money and all that. They are in a relegation battle, Wolfsburg. Indeed, this is a team under Kevin De Bruyne won the German Cup and finished 2nd to Bayern Munich. I mean, that's astonishing. And also knocked Manchester United the Champions League. Incredible how things have changed for the Wolves. Borussia Mönchengladbach is another big club, and they're 14th. And then they sacked their manager. I just think somebody's not right at Wolfsburg. Somebody's not right at Gladbach. I don't know if it's the recruitment. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but there's something right at Gladbach at the minute. Werder Bremen, pretty much where they should be. Hamburg, pretty much where they should be. And the 2 teams at the relegation zone right now, Ingolstadt and Darmstadt, same boat, pretty much where they should be. So guys, that's the Bundesliga. Let's move on to La Liga. Real Madrid top the league and look like a team that are on force this season. They look like a team that want to win La Liga. They want to win. They haven't won La Liga since Jose Mourinho when he won it in 2011. I think it will be their season because Sevilla, who are 2nd, have been outstanding, and Barcelona haven't really been at it this season. Atletico Madrid, same boat. They haven't been at it for whatever reason. I don't know. I mean, the whole speculation Diego Simeone could be sacked. He could be the next Arsenal manager. And Griezmann's not happy because big money with China. Chelsea have been linked with him. There's a lot going on at Real Madrid. But I still think Real Madrid will win La Liga, but Real Madrid might not finish top 4 this season. Barcelona will finish 2nd this year. I think Sevilla finish 3rd. Now the reason why I didn't tip Real Madrid to finish top 4, I think Villarreal have a chance this year. I think Villarreal are getting better. They signed Pato. He looks a player now. He looks like the same player he was at AC Milan. I mean, there's some good teams in La Liga this season. And Real Sociedad have been outstanding. What a season they're having. Atletico Bilbao as well. I mean, they got some good players as well. Celta Vigo started the season with fighting for relegation. Now 8th. Elbar, Pretty much, no need to say more than that. Las Palmas have been outstanding, seven since conference, but has been there, you can smash the goals in. They look a decent outfit for Las Palmas, they really do. They score a lot of goals, they can see a lot of goals. It's always an entertaining game when you watch Las Palmas. Now we move on to the bottom half of the relegation battle, I say. Osasuna will be relegated, Granada will be relegated, and Sporting probably stay up. Now the club I want to talk about in this is Valencia. Valencia are a massive club. This is a team that's went to Champions League finals, have won La Liga twice under Rafa Benitez, and now are fighting in a relegation match, in a relegation battle. What has happened to Valencia? Ever since Gary Neville was appointed Valencia manager, this club have went and said, and just incredible the fact that he's now the pundit and he's pretty much doomed Valencia. They've sacked so many managers this season. They don't look like a great team. They don't play any good football. I watched Valencia once this season. I think it was against Real Madrid. They were awful in that game. Real Madrid were outstanding. I don't know how they didn't win that much more than that, but Valencia, look at it. Mangala looks like the worst centre back. Whose idea was to sign him from Man City? He looks like the worst centre back I have ever seen in my life. Serie A. Juventus just keep winning, and could they win their fifth Scudetto? Is this the fifth Scudetto? Yeah, the fifth Scudetto in a row. They could. But their nearest challengers are Roma and Napoli. And you could say the two Milan clubs look like they're starting to get back to where their great glory days were, fighting for the titles. But anyway, that's pretty much where the league has been this season in Serie A. It's been pretty much Juventus, Roma, Napoli, the two Milan clubs, and also Lazio. After that, it's pretty much where it's supposed to be. Juventus back to winning ways again, back to shooting. They bought Higuain, pretty much is a great signing. He bought because they wanted to do well in the Champions League, and yeah, they're pretty much doing well. Roma, on the other hand, good team, decent team. They got some good individual players, but can they get to that title, winning that title? It's gonna be hard for them. Because Juventus got such a strong team. They keep ever since you think they sold Pogba, doesn't matter, they brought in somebody else. They keep improving Juventus. So it's gonna be hard for Roma and even Napoli, who their main striker Milic for the majority of the whole season, but he's come back. Mertens just came on and been unreal. Dries Mertens, some of the goals he scored in the Serie A this season has been unridiculous. I mean, the first one of his goals, I think he scored 4 goals against Torino. I watched that game. He chipped Joe Hart. He made Joe Hart look like an average goalkeeper, and he's a pretty good goalkeeper, Joe Hart. Lazio are having a great season, very good season. They're fourth. They could be fighting for the Champions League places. And they got the two Milan clubs, AC and Inter, who AC look like they're getting back. It's a very young AC Milan team, but they got some very quality, good players in that team. Inter pretty much looking back to where ever since they got rid of Roberto Mancini at the start of the season, Frank de Boer, who wasn't really given a chance really. And then he brought in some guy I don't even know, and he's doing well for them. Then we got the surprise package team this season is that Atalanta. Atalanta have been unbelievable. I mean, this is a team is just relying on their youth policy really. It's astonishing that they're 7th in the league and they're fighting for Europe. Incredible achievement from Atalanta. Fiorentina are having a great season this season. They're 8th. There's been a lot of speculation that their main striker could be off to China. Torino, Joe Hart's team, 9th. That don't really know where Torino should be. I don't really pay attention to Serie A games. But yeah, look, I got a good team. They got a very good striker who's got €100 million buyout clause. It's a lot of money. And apart from that, nothing really else to say about. Apart from talking about the relegation battle, Pescara, Crotone and Palermo from you going down. They're single-handed. Palermo are the worst team in Serie A right now. Crotone have got no striker. And Pescara promoted 2 seasons too early. That's pretty much all saying Serie A. Let's move on to Ligue 1. Where Monaco topped the division, along with Nice and PSG. Now Monaco are the highest scoring team in Europe as it stands right now. They've been smashing the goals in their French centre. Falcao looks like he's back to his best again. So yeah, I mean, for me, I'm going Monaco to win the title because I like their team. They got so much goals, so much firepower, defensively decent. I think they're my team to win the league title this year. Nice have had a great season, but the wheels now start to come off this Nice team. Balotelli's been in at the team, he's been suspended, and the main striker has sort of lost his goal touch recently. They've conceded. I think they haven't won a game in 3 now. So, I mean, the drew against Metz the weekend. This could be a struggle for them. I still think they'll finish in top 3, but I don't see them in the league. And then we move on to Paris Saint-Germain, who have been very poor this season. They have missed Zlatan big time because it's not just his presence. He's a very big focal point of the team. He scores goals, he creates goals, he's a captain, he's a leader. And they missed him. Cavani has not stepped to the plate. He has scored the goals, but he hasn't stepped to the plate in terms of doing it for them, really. I mean, a lot of our players have not really done it this season for them, which is understandable, really, because they've not the best squad in France. But you can have the best squad in France. You can have the best squad. Doesn't win you a title. Doesn't win you anything. It's not even a team. And this season, Monaco and Nice are a way better team than Paris Saint-Germain. Then we've got Gandon and Lyon. Lyon haven't really been. At the start of the season, they were winning. They were fantastic. They won 3 games in a spin. Then they went through the middle part of the season. They were terrible. Now they look like back to their best again. They're 4th. I think they'll finish 4th. Gandon have been a surprise package in Ligue 1. A lot like Atalanta have been, and Burnley have been in the Premier League. I mean, Gandon, man, for a club who've got, and this is no joke. The manager gets higher wages than the players do. That's astonishing. I know, right? I had to actually look at this. Gandon manager gets more money per week than the players. And that, my friend, is the reason why I like Gandon. Gandon, man. I hope you finish 5th. I hope you get into Europe. You get my book. And we've got Marseille under a new manager, Luis Garcia. He hasn't really. I mean, Marseille at the minute, inconsistent is the word I call up that team. They sacked their manager due to whatever reasons. I don't really use a good manager in the first place. They shouldn't get rid of Bielsa. They sold us my best players. Florian Turbans came back, scoring goals, even though I asked where he should be in that division. Gomez was scoring some goals, and Marseille will finish where I think they will finish, where they are right now. Anything else to say about Ligue 1? Nothing else really to say about Ligue 1. That's pretty much it. Now we move on to the last big thing, which is the rest of Europe. What's been going on in that Portuguese and Eredivisie? In Portugal, Benfica, back to it, we all know Benfica will probably win Liga NOS. They are top of the league. Porto is 2nd. Sporting Lisbon are 3rd, who are having a terrible season this season, maybe because they do miss some money. And Braga, 4th. That's pretty much it. No respect to any other team, and no respect to anyone else in that division, I don't care. And then we move on to Eredivisie, where Feyenoord keep winning along with Ajax and PSV. It's between those 3 teams for the title. If I pick one of those 2 teams, I'll go with Feyenoord this season. I think they've been really, really consistent. But PSV, we all know last season, Ajax have made it to the season. PSV, at the end of the season, got. So you can't remember PSV because it's 2 times they've won it back to back. Ajax, you can't rule them out either, but they are not having a great season this year. So yeah, that's it, guys. So that is it, guys, from this week's football roundup. Mini season review. Is that the word? Mid season review. Sorry. So yeah, please like, subscribe. The Natural. Peace out.